Hi, Nige back here again with another inbox review, and today we're going to be looking at Revell's Sopwith Camel F.1. This is part of their British Legends, so from, as you can see, 1918 to 2018. Alright, so this is one of the few kits by Revell that a normal box opening. Okay, so that was rather interesting. I do believe this is the Edard kit reboxed by Revell, you know, with their instructions and their decals. So it shouldn't be too much of an issue, but we'll take a look. Okay, so I'll put it over to Helved and we'll take a look. So as always, we start in the instruction manual. Okay, normal Revell instruction manual for today's market. With the on the inside we have how to build it, all the symbols for what to do, and then we move on to the color call outs. And this is why I hate Revell. Okay, they give you silly call outs like that, 40% this, 40% that, and 20% that. I know it's only a clear gloss, so it's not an issue, okay, but they do it all the time. All right, instead of using just giving us maybe the name, the AS number or the BS number or whatever, they use theirs and then we have to find out what they are and do it. Anyway, oh, and there's another one again. It's a clear gloss one. So then we move on to the sprue map. Okay, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sprues with a clear part, and we'll get cracking straight into the build. We start obviously with the fuselage. Okay, putting some bits and pieces together, a bulkhead with, I believe, might be a radiator. We then move on to the radial engine. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, if I count that right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so a 9-cylinder radial engine, I believe. We've then got the instrument panel. Okay, going on to what I would assume are wood spars. We've got the seat with the gas tank, petrol tank, whatever you want to call it, right behind the pilot. Okay, so that's an accident waiting to happen. We then move on to closing the fuselage up, putting a pipe of some sort in there. Or is that the skid? Looks like it might be the skid going on to further on. Closing the fuselage up with the bulkheads, the pilot seat, and the engine. We've then got the lower wings and the floor of the fuselage going on, and the control surfaces. Before then, we've got the breeches of the guns and the cockpit coming together. The fuselage then marries to the lower wings. Put the cockpit combing on, the tail, the engine cowling, then the barrels of the probably Browning guns. Okay. Before then, we start work on the upper wing and the struts for the wing supports going on. Before we then marry the upper wing to the lower. Tail surfaces going attached, wheels and wheel struts, and how you're going to attach them to the actual belly of the fuselage. Before then, we start looking at the rigging for this aircraft. And then we've got the colour call-outs. So we've got July 1918 from Italy of number 139 Royal Air Force. We've got July 1990 again Squadron 139 of the Royal Air Force in Italy. Then the next one is July 1918 from number 73 Squadron in France. And before we move on to the final one, which is another 73 Squadron one, again in France, July 1918. So that's the instructions. Start off with the wings. Okay, some nice ribbing on this. All right, and just looking at it straight away, there we are. Tells you there, Edard. Okay, some nice surface, one-piece wings. Okay, some nice texture on there with ribbing, so it'll be able to weather that up really, really well. We've then got another upper wing potentially. Okay, so you either use two different types or some of them won't get used. Same with the cockpit combing. Okay, where the guns sit. These two different engine cowlings, some of the struts, nice simple instrument panel. Then we move on to the fuselage, and if you have a look at that, that's how big it's going to be. So it's not the biggest aircraft. Again, some nice rib texture on all the control surface in the tail. We have the top of the fuel tank, a nice stitching, okay, along the fuselage, and the nice rib texture, again showing through the fabric. And we've got the bottom of the fuel tank. The propeller looks nice with the nuts on the front there. Then we move on to the engine parts and some of the wheels. Some nice detail on the engine. A little bit of flash that will need to be removed. Same, a little bit of flash on one set of the wheels, but again, shouldn't be a problem. Some of the struts are up there. Have I missed them? I think I might have missed them. I was just looking to see if I could see the gun barrels. Okay, the Browning gun barrels. Well, I think the Browning anyway. Then we've got a seat. Let's just have a look back through, make sure I've not missed anything. Not on that one. They're not on that one. Oh no, they are on this one. There they are. Okay, there are the gun barrels. Some nice detail on there. Funnily enough, flash exactly the same on both of them. I mean, it's not an issue to get rid of, but you know, to have the same sort of pattern on both parts. Okay. And that moves us on to the decals. Again, these are Revell decals, and you can see the printed in Italy, so they're probably cartograph, and they look absolutely brilliant. The two-part for the roundels shouldn't be a problem for most people. Sometimes they just settle straight in the centre where you want them. So that's Revell / Edard's Camel F.2. Looks like a really nice kit. Okay, some nice lovely detail on there, and hopefully it should come together rather well. It should come together and build up into a nice looking aircraft. Touch wood. Alright, that's it for now, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.